Shazam. I'm sure you've heard that phrase before. And in the movie Shazam, the antagonists are the seven deadly sins. Also, for my anime lovers, I'm sure seven deadly sins sounds familiar. Hello, my name is Deontay, and today I'll talk about the 8 cardinal sins, which are lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, and then pride. Now, where do the 7 deadly sins come from? Well, it all started with a man named Evagrius Ponticus. He originally came up with 8 cardinal sins, but they were cut down to 7 by his pupil and then later enforced and established by Pope Gregory I. Now, the sins are usually thought of as a stepping stone into more sin, and for example, wrath, which is uncontrollable anger or hatred, could lead you to murder someone, which is a sin. The sins are ranked based on Dante's Inferno or the 9 circles of hell and ranked from their seriousness. So I'll start with the first sin, which is lust. And lust is the belongingness or want for someone else, and it's usually sexual. You can combat this by having chastity, and the punishment for this in the medieval times was being smothered or burned alive. The second sin is gluttony, which is the overindulgence in food or drink. There are different types of being gluttonous, and you can be gluttonous by eating too much, eating too soon, eating too eagerly, eating too daintily, or eating too expensively. To combat gluttony, you will have to have temperance. And you can be punished for gluttony by being force-fed rats, snakes, and toads. The third sin is greed, and that's the excessive desire for money or materials. The punishment for greed is being boiled alive, but you can combat this by being charitable. The fourth sin is sloth, which is being apathetic, having lack of effort, or neglecting responsibilities. You can combat this by being diligent, and the punishment for sloth is being thrown into a pit of snakes. The fifth sin is wrath, which is uncontrollable anger or hatred. You can combat this by being patient, and the punishment for wrath is being dismembered alive. Man. The sixth sin is envy, which is being jealous or wanting someone else's belongings. You can combat this by having gratitude, and the punishment for this is being placed in freezing water. The seventh and last sin, also the most serious sin, is pride, which is believing that you are superior to others or not giving credit to others. You can combat this by being humiliated, and the punishment for pride is being broken on the wheel. These 7 deadly sins are a very interesting way to live, and the way to combat it are the 7 virtues, which are being chastity, having temperance, being charitable, also having diligence, being patient, having gratitude, and then being humiliated. The 7 deadly sins can be looked at as a way to live, even if you don't believe in Christianity, and can lead to a more happier, healthier life. Thanks for watching my speech, and I hope you left knowing more about the 7 deadly sins.